Just like on interior, we have a hero product, Oil Plus 2C. For exterior, we have a hero product, DuroGrit. It's a single coat exterior hybrid oil. So it's an emulsified oil. That means it's oil suspended in water. Comes in 16 different colors. And it's all based on a brand new patented technology that we have called FibreGrit Technology. What that means is there are actually small cellulose fibers, so wood fibers inside the formula. And this enables DuroGrit to have outstanding and unmatched performance when it comes to scratch resistance, durability, UV stability. And this is all confirmed. We have QUV tests, an accelerated weathering chamber. So they put that in there and then they hyper simulate the weather. So they've chosen a moderate climate so that it's most well balanced globally. But essentially, you'll see that DuroGrit performs remarkably well.
So application of the product now is you have to clean the wood before you apply DuroGrit if it's a weathered wood. So we have a tile deck here. It's Ipe that we just wire brushed a little bit and we left dirt on it. So we're gonna use the exterior wood cleaner on this to remove all this gray out and come back after we clean it and show you guys what it looks like.
So if you follow our recommended instructions, the first step's always going to be preparing the wood. And then the second step is to clean it. Exterior wood, there's a lot of different scenarios, right? It could be brand new wood. It could be old weathered wood. It could have finish on it before or not. Maybe it's pressure treated lumber. Maybe it's just regular raw lumber. There's a couple different scenarios, but in general, for exterior surfaces, you're gonna wanna allow it to weather for 4 to 6 weeks. Let the wood acclimate, any moisture, anything inside can get out. That is mandatory on a pressure treated pine. You have to give it, I think it's about 6 months for it to fully acclimate before you put any coatings or do anything on it. If you don't want to wait for that, you can additionally sand it. Like a decking surface, you only need to sand up to 80 grit. And for furniture pieces, you can sand up a little bit higher, up to 120 grit. So that's kind of like getting your surface to a certain state. And then you pick up with the exterior wood cleaner, which, as Alan said, we're gonna hop out there. We're gonna show you exterior wood cleaning and then we'll come right back in here.
So as we talk inside, now it's time to clean the wood. So what we use here is the exterior wood cleaner. So what it does is remove all the dust, all the dirt, all the gray, that's been weathered and mildew. So, and it gets the wood ready for the DuroGrit. So what we do is we hose it down, get it wet, we brush it in, and then we rinse it off. So here's how it works. So the exterior wood cleaner comes in 3 sizes, 100 mils, 1 liter, and also 5 liters. So once the wood is wet, you just pour the exterior wood cleaner on the wood.
Do you dilute it?
No, no dilution.
No dilution.
For this size, then you're gonna brush it. And as you can see to the side, it's already getting all the dirt off. And now we rinse it off. So the best way to do the application, I would do the washing of the wood in the morning, and then I'll let it dry for all day, and then I come in the afternoon when the sun is down, and we apply the DuroGrit. So if you cannot leave it overnight, for 24 hours, that's how I would do it. I'll do it in the morning, the washing, and then the application in the afternoon when the wood is completely dry.
And you'll notice that it foamed up, and that's fine. It's going to foam up, and just make sure you rinse it all off completely. And if it's stubborn, you can just put a little more elbow grease into it and scrub it a little bit harder. But it does a great job. I mean, you can already see how much cleaner if you look at kind of the side of these boards and see how dark it was. Just that, and you didn't even scrub that one that hard.
Exactly.
And it does a great job in cleaning it up.
So now we're gonna let it dry. Like I said, the best is to do this early in the morning, let it dry all day, and then in the afternoon when the sun is going down, you know, you do the application. So we're gonna let it dry, go inside and do the application. Now we came from the outside where we cleaned one of the tiles with the exterior wood cleaner. So we just want to show you the result, what happens when you use the exterior wood cleaner. So this is a board that we just lightly abraded with a wire brush machine, and we did not clean it. And this board over here, we use the exterior wood cleaner, which we showed you guys outside. So as you can see, you know, it's a lot cleaner. It's a very, very strong cleaner that will remove, you know, your gray that you have on the board, your dirt, your, you know, mildew, everything that you have on it. So extremely important to use the exterior wood cleaner prior to the application of the DuroGrit.
Let's hop into the application of DuroGrit. The brush is important because it's an emulsified oil. It's a hybrid product. You want to make sure that you have a good quality brush suitable for waterborne finishes. We have a couple different sizes. I'll let Alan kind of talk about those as I dive into the application here.
All right, so size-wise, you know, we have the sample size, which is a 30 milliliter. We have the 1 liter and 2.5 liters. The 1 liter is going to cover average about 130 to 150 square feet. The piece that we have here on this tile, it's Ipe, and you can use any of the colors, but you know, the color that we suggest for Ipe is the Foxy Brown. Application, you can apply with a brush or you can spray it. Spray-wise, you know, we suggest you use a needle which is a 2.0. The brush, just make sure they're using a good quality brush. It's important that you do a board at a time. You know, if this was a 100 square feet deck, you know, you're gonna do one board, go straight on that board, and then come back and do the next one.
Yeah, you want to keep a wet edge as you're applying it. What you want to try to avoid, certainly in the hot summer months, is to apply it in the middle of the day when the sun is beating down on the surface, because it's going to flash off pretty quick and it will be harder to keep that wet edge as you're working on it.
Yeah, so you want to make sure that the wood is not extremely hot. We suggest doing just one coat. There are certain species, right, Keith, that you can do a second coat.
Yeah, if the wood is extremely dry and thirsty and porous, you put on the first coat and that's gonna kind of act almost as a prime coat and a sealer, and then you'll have a lot of the protection, but it might look a little bit blotchy at that point. So then you can put on a second coat and it's just gonna even everything out as you're working.
All right, cleaning and maintenance of this, you know, we do have a product called exterior soap, and the exterior soap cleans the wood and also moistures it, and it has oil on it. So you kind of reapplying a little bit of oil while you're cleaning as well. Suggestion for, you know, when you clean it, just as needed. You don't have to do this every week with the soap. You might need to clean it more often, you know, during the summer than, you know, on your winter. It's a ready to use soap. You're pretty much just gonna spray it and leave it. So that's how the application goes with the brush. And again, you know, you can apply with a sprayer, but with the brush, now he's just evening out, going with the grain, and you're done.
Yeah, that's DuroGrit. We're super excited about it and to get it into your hands and to see what you guys can do with it.